Hello, everybody. Corrie Thorne, the spiritual healer, coming in to do a channel message. I was just getting ready to go to bed. It's like 10:33 right now, Mountain Standard Time, on May the 10th, and I just started to get some messages coming through. So I'm in my pajamas. I was actually in the bathtub, um, which is where I believe the Lumerians I think start to come to me. Um, But while I was in the bathtub, I have to do this now. I don't know why, but I have to go in and record this now and post it to YouTube. So you'll be seeing two messages today. One was posted earlier today. And so I put on, I'm in pajamas and I'm wearing my Ride for Read hoodie, which the new ones that are coming out, I will be getting, I will be getting Stacy to give me the link to put everywhere. Uh, this is for this shirt means so much, and I'm like, this is uh for everyone. How do I want to put this, Reed, you need to tell me how to put this. So I have two messages, and Reed is one of them. I was just going to go get a hoodie, and I was just going to go get a hoodie, and I was going to put my Port Renford hoodie on, which I also like Port Renford, but um or Port Renford, do you for Port Renford. And so anyway, don't matter. What matters is that Reed said, no, Corrie, put on mine. I want to be on, put me on YouTube. And so for Reed's why to YouTube is so much bigger. And I'm really hoping that his mom will share her story with me on the She Is podcast someday. But for Reed, what I was being told was to bring awareness to where we really need to be putting our attention. And so Reed is a little star in his own right, and he's a star who really shines brightly up on us each and every day. And he inspires and encourages us to be brave and to be courageous. And you just, some days you just have to get up and try. And that's what he tells me tonight is Corrie, just go speak. You need to say what you need to say, and you need to be you. So my message is coming with a lot of support from a beautiful little man who's on the other side in spirit world, who truly just inspires me every day. And he's inspired me now. But these hoodies are coming out with a new look and a new style. And they are always sold for a cause. And his mom is always, her give back and her way of keeping Reed being the star that he is to do the things of what Reed would want this world to be. And that's a better place. So there's a lot of donating and a lot of good things that come out of this shirt, plus the fact that Reed gets to be the star that he always wants to be, that we show that he's everywhere. But Reed's story does link to Facebook somehow. So right now, he's given me the courage, or to YouTube. So Reed is giving me the courage right now to speak a truth that needs to be spoken and needs to be said. And so he's telling me to just channel, Corrie, just freaking channel, just be who you are, let yourself channel, let yourself give prophetic messages, whatever they are. He said, just be you, just say it as it is, what you do for us when you speak to our parents. And so that's what I'm going to do, because I don't always have the courage to say exactly what needs to be said, but I am going to. So bear with me. I'm building up here. Um, I was in the bathtub and a message started to come through, and it came through about everything that is happening within this world. And I have been months and years, I guess, more than existing and creating and stepping into the role of a channel. I sketch a lot. I I channel my sketches, and one just got turned into a deck of cards. I keep sketching a I keep sketching a lot of things, and I sketch through a lot of energy. I keep sketching temples, and I keep seeing a golden temple with a dome on top. And last year, I'm just trying to find it. I don't know if it's in this book. I wasn't prepared for it, but last year I posted a picture, or I went on a journey, and I was taking these pictures of these churches that were all at crossroads. And at one of the crossroads, it was a Lutheran church that was built back in the 1900s. It's in Alberta. Um, and and as I'm taking pictures, the sky is clear. It is clear. There is nothing there. And I got home, and as I start to look into the pictures, and it's always in the pixels. And as I start to look in closer, in the windows, there is a bunch of messages, and there is the face of Jesus, and it's so clear, and I can see it so clear. And then there is the Sephirim angels, and there is these bold looking angelic beings. And I first, and what I kept hearing is this is like the angel of the masters, like the Lumerians. And then they showed me a temple, but the angels were flying towards the temple, and it was the kingdom of God is what I was getting, but it was the kingdom. And I kept seeing a fire and flames burning through. And this morning in my message, I spoke about walking through the gates as if I felt like this morning. And I said, and in the message tomorrow, I said, I know it's not Easter, but I feel as if we are about to witness another, like another ending, another crucifixion. Like we're walking through the gates again. It's like everything was saying, maybe you should turn around, maybe we should stop speaking, maybe we should stop. And this is on May the 10th. I'm recording this in 2021. And so I'm just keep seeing this temple, and I know it's in Israel. I know it's in those areas. I keep seeing it. I know it was present. And so this morning's message, which was recorded Sunday, um, but posted early this morning, it was recorded on Mother's Day. And I was on I was on on my couch, and I heard, "Go record this now." And it was a dismantling and ending, and faith. That have faith will rise again. But it was the temple and the dome, and all I could see in the church windows was the dome, and I could see the face of Jesus. And then and the next window was the image of Mother Mary. And each and every time I would take these pictures, and wherever I'd go, I would see similar images. And then I seen golden butterflies, little tiny gold, all around this church. And then there was a bell, and like an old bell, and the bell kind of like, it's almost as if I can feel and hear the vibe, even though the bell wasn't going off, like it wasn't ringing, I could hear the humming of it. And I just heard, you will hear us. You'll hear the messages. You're going to hear the signs. And my channel message before that last week spoke about the parallels and the longitude and latitude, and was trying to put me together to pinpoint this crossroads moment. And there's going to be a crossroads moment, and it's links to a dome, it links to a kingdom, it links to so many things of where you're going to see a rise in energy, in war, in arguments and something. And when this all started last year, or in 2000, whenever the pandemic started, right before, I recorded a message, and it got edited out when we were doing the class. It was an angel class. And as I come in, I said, I could hear people at war. I could hear guns. I could hear this war, and I knew this war is coming, and I don't know where this war is. I don't know what it is, but I know it is present. And I said, it hasn't yet. And people say, well, it's the pandemic. No, and it wasn't the parliament. It wasn't any of those things. I said, it hasn't yet fully come to fruition. It hasn't come, but Archangel Michael landed. And when he did, I heard the earth shake, and the earth hit hard. And I'm like, there is going to be a lot of energy. There's going to be a lot of things, and it's all the way in the east. And there's a lot of shifts that's going to happen with this. Um there's a lot of like changes, and a lot of things that feel as if revelations. And I said revelations in a message that I recorded last week that's on YouTube. And I said revelations, it feels as if some of this feels like it's revelations. But this morning, when I posted the video from yesterday, I said yesterday to me, Sunday, Mother's Day, felt like the crucifixion time again, at the time before on the cross, when Jesus walked into his fate, and he knew he was going to have to walk through, or well, he rode the donkey right, and I could see the donkey as it came into this donkey energy, and it was like, and through being judged, and through being taken imprisoned, and somebody making the call to do something that was so wrong, and knowing it was wrong, knowing that it was out of their own fears of of a crippling or a changing or a dismantling. They made a call and they deceived and lied. And I hate secrets. And the secret that went with it to make sure that this was to unfold. And the moment that it all happened, when Jesus was on the cross, they knew it was wrong. The cross itself symbolizes the symbol of knowing that you've made that wrong decision. It is the back side of that decision. The kingdom, the faith, the knowing is what he had to look into and believe and have faith in. That at the end of all of this, that there was to be something, and there's no rose colored glass. And I keep looking over at my picture that's on the wall with the sunglasses and looking at the sun. And it's like we put on rose colored glasses and we pretend things are not happening, but we also see things the way that we need to see them. But my work is based around rose color and rose. And I wrote a book about rose and rose. And rose to me, rose gold, rose gold is the essence of blood that pours. It's the blood that pours into the golden. And so what could have been a golden moment, a golden opportunity, and blood gets spilled and poured into it and becomes rose gold. And what do we do with these moments and opportunities after? So right now, somewhere in the world, right now, there is a lot of things that are just on that verge of dismantling, of crumbling, of a war, of going to war with each other on a whole different level than like a deeper level. And what we're being told is that this is an opportunity to be the change tonight, today, tomorrow, whenever you listen to this. There's a time to be in change. And to be that change truly is to know that when we are in that moment of a lie, of a deceit, of something that makes us want to just get our own way so bad, that the after of it and the martyring of what comes of the person that you put upon that cross will be idolized as the image of what should be done for the right reasons. And whether you are the person on, and if you're the person that is the pillar of building that cross, making that cross, putting somebody on that cross, that means your lies, your deceits, your judgment, your criticism, all of those things. If you are in that, it's an opportunity to not make a change before it is too late. And so as I'm seeing this and I'm seeing this rosy colored glow, I'm like at sunrise or at sunset. Like we're in the midst of something that is about to unfold in our world. That is truly, we are at the cusp. We're at a cusp moment of when we have the opportunity on that bridge to make a choice to pause, to think about our actions, to do something different. And the flames that I see, I'm like, there is just like, there's so many flames and things are on fire. And the world feels like it's on fire. And there just feels like there's an uprise and a volcanic energy and the waters or tides are shifting and changing. We are about to come into a new moon. In June, we're about to go through an eclipse. And I just feel like it's all landing on the 11th. So on May the 11th, you're about to see a change. On May the 21st, another change. I don't know why the 21st. I know it's my brother's birthday, but there's something deeper and deeper here. And I wish I could find the sketches. And I was drawing things. I've been drawing things that just says that, this time is upon us. And Eden is not the end, but the beginning. And so my newest comes with this deep meridian trench. Meridian trench is what this comes up to me. And I feel like we're in the, to be the eye of the storm, and that we're going to start walking towards something. I'm just trying to find it before I go forward. So I drew a while ago, I drew these. And I know this is the essence of Jesus beyond the cross, is what I was told. And it's after. Can't find my temple. And so it was after. It was after. And so what I'm seeing is that rise again, is in the Christ light, in the Jesus that rose after. It is what we do after. Some of the damage is done. We cannot repair the damage that is done. So this is your past. This is where you have been. Hope is where it started. And I drew, it will be there. It's like there's a crack, there's a break. And I have this woman standing in a red dress, and I don't know why she's standing in a red dress. But I also get this beginning, this ending that's happening, but this temple that's burning. And I know this is distracting me from what I'm supposed to be doing in this moment, but I'm trying to find my temple. And I'm having no luck finding my temple. So I tried to draw exactly as I've seen this temple, but I'm not an artist, but I sketch. And so this is how it looked. And this was the angelic being that came. And this was the other angelic being that walks over in front tonight and reads like, you got to show this. Um, and so I feel like I'm seeing the shield. I feel like we are being shielded somehow, protected somehow, but we will have to walk. There will be a war. And this is what I got. I got a Lucifer energy, a Lucifer, like something of this. And then I got this. There will be war. There will be war. And all I see is the feet. And I see the feet walking. And this is what I keep seeing. That the day will come, but there's hope. And after that, there's a whole message of hope. There's a drawing of hope. And for us to be able to fall into hope right now is that if somebody had have read if somebody had have made a bigger change or done what was right in the beginning, what was exposed, what has been exposed, or the things that we keep seeing or the things that they keep trying to shut down are not where the problem is. Our problem goes deeper. Our problem goes into where we have an agenda, and the agendas that are out there right now to to be to support either the build of a corporation or to support a side or this or something bigger. We are turning a blind eye to some of the most corrupt things that are happening in this world right now, and it is time for us to be the change that we want to see. And so this temple that I see burning, this temple that I see in on the other side, I'm seeing two, and I'm seeing we are in the energy, even though I know this is not Easter, but we are in a time when we are witnessing the same crucifixion type of story again. But we don't have Jesus here, not the way that we had him before. And so, but we're also being told, I am being told that there is miracles and that we are seeing that rose gold. I'm seeing blood being spilled into the land of God, into the light of God. And it's not a lamb. This is not a lamb. And this is and to be the lion energy, to be the empowered energy, to be the light, to be bigger than, to be more than. That's what's coming up for me. And I know I haven't even got my Zodiac videos out this month because I have not been able to get them out again. There's just so much that's happening. And there's so many places that we are trying to put a face on, trying to pretend and trying to just, create things that are not there. And I can't do that because I feel as if there is a big shift and a big change that is coming. And I know there's good. I know there's good. I stay on the faith train, And so the light of the Lord Jesus Christ that is showing me from the cave, from rising, from the rise again, is showing me the rise again. And I know there is that rise again. I know there is hope. I know there is a shift. I know there's a change. And when it happens, it will happen quite quickly. But we are all going to stop. We're all going to be looking at a TV screen. And we're all going to be looking at something that we cannot turn a blind eye to. And not any one side can tell a different story, because the truth will be too freaking real. And the truth will be so real that you will not be able to use it, news stations or social media, for your political agenda. You will not be able to use it um, to be to be trying to compete with each other, or to be trying to knock one, trying to convince one side or the other, or trying to knock each other out of competition, cancel each other out. This is what comes when we live in a cancel world. The man on the cross was a cancel culture. It is not new. It has been here since the beginning of time. And now, because it has been like a virus that has spread throughout the world, it is called hate, it is called anger, it is called fear. And because we have spread it, even the work that was just being done in places where you don't look at, where if we live in a comfortable country, we compare ourselves to those that are in third world countries. And how dare you? How dare you compare your uncomfortableness when you have a roof over your head and running water and paved streets and foods and grocery stores? You can't compare. There is no comparison. But when work is being done in some of these places that will now be undone because of the manipulation, because of the motive, because of the political agenda, because of all those things, we're going to see things go down that you're not going to be able to turn away from, that we're going to have to look directly in. And we're going to have to know that when the sun rises and the sun sets, we're going to have to do the right things for the right reasons, even when nobody is looking. So today, I suggest doing the right thing for the right reasons. Be the change that you want to see in the world. Be the change that you want to see. But that means that we have to get up, and we have to have the courage to not let ourselves become the puppet to all the rest that is happening out there. That means don't turn on thy neighbor. Don't fight with thy neighbor. Be nice to each other. Show compassion. You don't have to agree. But everyone who is fighting that story is fighting for a reason. But these are minor things compared to what I'm seeing. And when we see these things, you can't unsee it. There's no unseeing what is unfolding. There's no unseeing that there is places in the world that were already at their tipping point. And the tipping point needed one little straw. And I feel as if that one little straw, that one flame, that one that ignites a fire, that starts a fire, that becomes a energy, is that you're going to see the parading in streets bigger than before. And when you see those paradings in streets, what are we parading towards? What are we marching towards? And who are we determined to take down? Right? You have to stop trying to take people down. We have to stop these crusades, and we have to come together, because that's what needs to change, and that's where it starts. And so I know and I have a face in a tornado-y energy that I don't want to share, because you will pretty much know who it is. But there's so many things. And today in my prophecy this morning, I seen 7 crosses. And I seen a big cross, and I seen next cross, and the next cross, and next cross, next cross, next cross. And when I seen the last one on it, I'm like, it looked like me as a little girl. Like, and just being like, where I never spoke up when I needed to speak up. And trusting the channel to speak up. And there was a lot of areas in our lives that if one person had to have spoken up, things would have been different. If if one YouTube channel had to start censoring the places where they should censor, things would be different. There's a lot of areas in our lives where we need to start to do the right things for the right reasons. So today, if you can be anybody today, be the man that was on the cross. Do the things when no one's looking. Do the things for the right reason. And if we can be anyone else today, be Reed. Skinny leg, little Reed. Show love, kindness, compassion. Be courageous. The brave carry the weapons. They get mobs. They build courage based on how many people they build up. Those who are courageous to walk away from the mob, from the fear, from the sheep, and have the courage to stand tall and say, this is not right. To drop the weapons, to stop the wars, to stop the fight, and say, there has to be a better way. And I feel like today there's an opportunity for us to do things differently. So I don't know where this message fully belongs, but I have the East and I have a temple. And I feel as if I am walking right through that path of the crucifixion all over again. And I'm sitting here in my pajamas. I'm sweating. I am nervous. I'm I'm like being courageous. And I know I have Reed walking with me. And I just know that there is so much more that we can do in society to do the right things for the right reasons. And it's time for us to start to be that change. And I'm staying in the faith train. And I know there's things that are dismantling now. I know there's things that are unfolding. I know there's things that are going to happen. But if we can be the eye in the storm to know that as all of this dismantles, that are we ready to break cycles? Are we ready to be done doing this to each other as humanity? Are we ready to start to come together? Dignity. Caring means that we can't turn a blind eye. Caring means that we don't tell half-assed truth, and we don't neglect looking at all sides. We don't pretend that it's not happening so that we can stay in our agenda. We recognize that it is all there, and we work through to find the best solution for all. So thank you for being with me. Thank you for staying for the end if you stayed all the way through the end. And we'll see what unfolds. But I do know there is many things. But at the other side of this, on the other side of all of this, I do have hope. And so this was the hope. And as I drew, I know it's in pencil, I sketch in pencil. Women will raise the love and respect of the next generation. Hope. I am not responsible for what you did to me, is what the message says. Hurt in the heart of the victim, beauty in the eye of the beholder. I will be there. The way, a voice, the creativity used, the, the creativity uses the most powerful, uses the most power. So use your creativity to be a power of love and a power of change. We don't need permission to speak a truth. We don't need permission to speak a message of truth, of love, kindness, compassion, and change. What? If it's a manipulative change, if it's a fear to change, if you have to fear people into what you're trying to sell us, if you have to fear people into your agenda, then you don't have enough faith in what you're doing. And so the faceless angels is what comes up. No attachment to the eyes of the beauty or a face. All attention goes to the heart of the story, and all of the intention goes into looking beyond, and to see the places that we have forgotten, the people we have forgotten, and the parts of us that we have forgotten. We may have fallen, but we are not faceless. And as we start to rise up again, and you see faces of hope, faith, humanity in beautiful ways coming together, and we lose the immaturity, the spiritual immaturity, the emotional immaturity, and we stop trying to make people pay a price for some insecurity of our past or something that happened in the past. And we start to look at ways that we can work together. I'll stay in the middle of the cross. I'll stay in the heart. In this way, I can see things from all sides and know that there's an opportunity before we make the choice to choose to do something that cannot be reversed. But look how that worked out for the angry. Look how that worked out for the agenda. Look how that worked out for the side of fear. Think about it. Look what it did for them. And then they all want to claim him. So tonight, I don't know where the message has come from. I don't know what it is, but that's the message. And they wouldn't let me end until it's done. And usually they play with my ears when they tell me they're done. I am now sweating. My legs are sweating. This was the most nerve-wracking moment of my life, but not really. I've had a few. But it's time for us to be able to walk forward. And tonight it is about fearless angels. It's about not fallen angels, but it's about the fearless. And the fearless is in the face, is in those without a face right now, because the ones with the face are the ones that are stepping up and stepping forth with an agenda. The fearless, the faceless are the ones that do not have an agenda. They have a love in their hearts. And when you have love in your heart, and you have a true understanding of kindness, compassion, caring, you understand the power of working for the collective and not working for your agenda. Everybody is a human being. And whatever's going on in the East, whatever's going on in the world tonight, today, I send my prayers, I send my healing, and I now light a candle of hope. And I hope to see each and every one of you start to light some candles of hope. Light them up outside. Light them up during the day. Let's light up this world with love and light. That's what we need right now. Much, much love. And I will be sharing a link so that you can get one of these amazing Riding for Reed hoodies. That's also a change in this world. Much love. Have a good night. Bye-bye. Or good day, or whenever you watch this video.